Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Hey, kill.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
47. Here we go, 47. 46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
47.
3rd and 4.
Hey, kill. Here we go, 46. Hey, 47. Then we're going to 53. 26.
To throw is Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Yeah! Hey, kill. Here we go, 46. Hey, kill. Here we go, going to 54.
Now Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He was looking for Javonte Williams out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
47. All right, here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go, 46. Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
26-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A yard all they need
but it's third down. And again, it's Mahomes. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. What a game here on this Thanksgiving Day. Kansas City and Dallas. And, of course, this all part of the NFL salute to our namesake, John Madden. The John Madden Thanksgiving celebration. Gosh, I remember growing up, crowding around the TV, shoving turkey down your gullet to watch these games in Detroit, here in Dallas. Such special moments for so many families, and Charles and I so happy to try and keep alive the memory of a man who was truly one of a kind.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46, 48. Here we go, kill. 47, 26.
Prescott from the gun. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. To the left side, he's got Royals. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
A 61-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Well, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Kill. Hey, kill. Here we go, going to 54. Here we go, going to 54. Wide in. Here we go, going to 53.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Gets this into the hands of Blue. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go, 46, 40. Here we go, kill. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. Hey, 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Here we go, kill. Here we go, going to 54. Going to 54. Wide in. Here we go, going to 54. Wide in. Here we go, going to 53. 47. Here we go, 46. Here we go, kill. 26.
Throwing, Prescott. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line.
15 yards. And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now a 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
There we go. There we go. Going to 54. There we go. 47.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Finds Pickens out right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
47. Hey, 47. Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Here we go, 46. Here we go. Go to 54.
Here's Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Juke. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer. Because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game. Because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Mahomes to throw once more. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Dak, he wants to change the play.
Now Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Hey, 47. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46.
Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Here comes second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Going to 54, wide. Here we go, 47. Hey, kill. 47. Here we go, 47. 26.
To throw, Prescott. That'll be complete to Blue. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18.
That's another Cowboys.
The first carry now. This is Williams.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
54, wide. Here we go, kill.
Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Hey, 47. Wide. Here we go, going to 54, wide. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, going to 54, wide.
Here's Dak. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And able to get this out to the 25. One final try for Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity.